I'm Kim Ogg, your Harris County District Attorney. Ladies and gentlemen of the grand jury, I'd like to thank each of you for your willingness to serve on this grand jury. And today I'll explain the vital role you play in our criminal justice system and why your service is so crucial. The grand jury process is deeply rooted in the United States and Texas constitutions, and its importance can't be overstated. In the Bill of Rights, the Fifth Amendment safeguards our right against self-incrimination and guarantees our right to due process. It begins by stating that no person shall be held to answer for a crime unless on presentment or indictment of a grand jury. This means that the grand jury is the first line of defense in ensuring that an individual's rights are protected. It's the threshold where we determine if there's enough evidence, probable cause, to charge someone with a crime. Probable cause is the legal standard we use to determine if there are enough facts and circumstances to indicate that it's more likely than not that someone committed a crime. It's more than just a suspicion, but it's less than proof beyond a reasonable doubt. For all felony charges, like most you'll be reviewing, probable cause is the foundation for a case to move forward. It's the first citizen review of the evidence that supports the state's accusation of criminal activity. The grand jury is comprised of 12 citizens representing the diversity of our community. 9 members are needed for a quorum, and by law, grand juries are held in strict secrecy. As grand jurors, you'll hear presentations by the state's attorney, our prosecutor, who will summarize the evidence in cases that have already been filed against defendants already arrested and charged. If you find probable cause, you will render a true bill. If you do not find probable cause, you will render a no bill. Upon issuance by the grand jury of a true bill, the case will proceed through the courts. If not, it ends with the grand jury. As grand jurors, you have the power to ask questions, view evidence, and even question witnesses. It's an interactive process, quite different from a trial jury, because here you're only asked to determine whether probable cause exists. By contrast, at trial, evidence is presented through the testimony of witnesses who are subject to cross-examination. The judge makes the evidentiary rulings, and the lawyers follow those rulings. However, in the grand jury process, you have the authority to ask questions and seek clarification from the prosecution directly. It is always up to the accused to decide whether or not they wish to testify or instead remain silent, pursuant to their Fifth Amendment right. If a defendant chooses to testify, their attorney must remain outside the grand jury room. They may leave to consult with the attorney before answering a question, and they may refuse to answer a question based on their attorney's advice. It takes at least 9 votes in a grand jury to indict or true bill a defendant for a criminal offense. 8 votes or less results in a no bill or no indictment, and the case will not proceed to court. In conclusion, your service on the grand jury is integral to our justice system. It ensures that the power of the government is balanced by the protection of individual rights. Your work helps guarantee that justice is served fairly and in the best interests of all of our community. Thank you for your dedication to this very important civic duty. Your service as grand jurors is an essential part of our legal process, and your commitment is truly appreciated.